today against the JETF Jets. And the Lions' first game without former OC Ben Johnson did not go well. What happens when they see Johnson and the Bears today? A live report on the main event in Detroit. Next. It's Miller time. For 50 years, Miller Lite has been there. And if you've had one, you probably got a story. Back in the mix. Legendary stories start with a light. $8 spins, guys. 3 tops, chrome, megas. Chasing some autos. But you could. Case hit is still live out of these things, too. Creating an incredible. Oh, let's pull a nuke. Strong bond. Let's give it a rip. It worked. The Colonel believed his KFC chicken sandwich should be huge on flavor. Tender chicken, crisp pickles, but with a tiny $3.99 price. Oh, that crumb looks giant next to that tiny price. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. The $3.99 KFC chicken sandwich. This river wasn't dammed in a day. And GMC trucks were built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are results of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering. The ambition to always move this country forward. Current eligible GMC owners get 0% APR with a total value of over $12,000 on this Sierra 1500 model. That's 20% below MSRP. Chico thought she was a insomniac, but actually, she was just a workaholic. Made to take time off. Yeah, to save you time. Sox fan, what's happening? Expedia, made to travel. This Sunday, we need to get Robert Mueller, welcome in. All teams live, guys. $8 spins, 3 megas. Ace hit is still live, these things. Trade 2 teams for a spin if you like. We're looking for some autographs. Maybe a burger? That unrelenting itch. When moderate to severe eczema is uncontrolled despite treatment, get itch relief fast and skin clearance that lasts with Nemluvio blocks the signaling from IL-31, a switch that triggers key symptoms of eczema. Do not take if allergic to Nemluvio. Serious reactions may occur, some severe. Tell your doctor about any medicines you take if you experience hives or plan to receive a live vaccine. The most common side. All teams live on the wheel. Hives and muscle-ache. You can shuffle the wheel. This is the new Dell AI PC. Jay, what's happening, bud? A PC so ahead of its time, it actually helps you save time. Like literal hours. NFL season week 2. So you can get busy doing things you actually want to do. And who wouldn't want more time for that? Yeah, I got beer on the burger. Game time! Yeah! Your cousin from Boston. From Boston. Sam Adams Oktoberfest. Dude, I haven't heard that commercial in forever. Something's missing. Let's go. Bush's baked beans making a meal. Baked beans. Of course. Can we stay for lunch? If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. And turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet? Unlock more with Disney Plus, Hulu, and all of ESPN by stepping into the rings and starting with WrestlePalooza Saturday night. The best sports, movies, and shows. Get all of ESPN, Disney Plus, and Hulu right now. Are you ready? Sports Center, brought to you by
What's up, buddy?
KFC. The people demanded, we listen. Wings and wedges are backed by obsessive demand. Hannah Storm J. Harris back on Sports Center, and the Bears traveling to the Motor City to face the Lions. Detroit hoping to start its offensive engines against their division foe after managing just 13 points in their season opening loss to another division rival, the Packers. The last time Detroit started 0-2, 2021, when they started 0-10-1 in Dan Campbell's first season as head coach. And you know they don't want to lose to their former OC, Ben Johnson. First on the field in Detroit is our Lindsay Theory joining us now live. Lindsay, what can you tell us about how the Lions are approaching today's game?
Jay, it's about an urgency of improvement. Quarterback Jared Goff says that was the theme of the week after a disappointing outing in week one. And that is what they must improve on as they prepare for the home opener, I should say, here at Ford Field today. Receiver Jameson Williams tells me we got hit in the mouth, but we got the jitters out early, and now we are ready to go. Among the three most pressing issues the Lions must clean up today: their attention to detail, their communication, and their ability to get lined up. Coach Dan Campbell says they must focus on the little things. Goff says they were brutally honest with themselves, that they expect themselves to come out and perform better today. And Jay, they know they must because they cannot start the division 0-2.
No, they can't. Nothing like brutal honesty. Lindsay, thank you so much. We're going to see you back in a bit.
To roll on. What's
Caleb
happening?
Williams has been focusing on this week. Hannah, over to you.
All right, Damian Woody, Herm Edwards back with us. So, D. Woody, obviously.
Fresh break, 3 megas.
Miss Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
And they miss all those other coaches on offense that aren't there. They only had 46 yards rushing against the Packers. How they get that ground game going today?
Yeah, listen.
Strong chasing some autos, guys. Case hit is still live out of these things, too.
Particularly running game, because for Detroit, that's really their identity. Everything starts with the running game with the Detroit Lions. Now, they're breaking in 3 new starters on the interior of the offensive line. Sometimes that takes some time to come together.
These are boxes 10, 11, and 12.
The play calling was
Could trade 2 teams for a spin if you like.
Yep.
Or with Johnny Morton as the offensive coordinator. So they need to get that established because that
3 megas of top chrome, $8 spins. We're looking for autos
Yeah.
and a whole lot of color.
Yeah, Damian mentioned it. Look, with a new play caller, and we said this, Ben Johnson understood how to get Jared Goff started. And the key is this: it is through the run game. This is a play-action football team. They want to play action, get the ball down the field, but it all is predicated on the run game. If not, Jared Goff is not a drop-back quarterback. That's not his strength. He likes to get the ball from play action.
Trade 2 teams for a spin if you like.
Down the field. So they got to get the run game going. This is the second game for the new offensive coordinator in Detroit to deal with Jared Goff. They've got to get this thing going.
Yeah, they certainly have the backs to do it.
Yeah.
So let's use those guys. By the way, teams that have gone 0-2 in their division haven't made the playoffs since 1996. One of these 2 teams, unless they tie,
We'll be in trouble.
unless they tie, is going to go 0-2 in the division. Is it going to be Caleb Williams and the Bears? Now, listen, he threw for 210 yards and a touchdown last week. Very up and down game, though. He was sacked twice, faded at the end. What do you need to see from him today, Dave?
Consistency.
Yep.
It was such a Jekyll and Hyde type of game last week. He started off, I think, 10 for 10. Really, you saw him. He was comfortable in the pocket. He was able to go through his progressions. But then the second half came, Hannah, and he just wasn't seeing the field. He was rushed. You could see him trying to escape out of the pocket when he didn't need to. And so I think this is all a part of a process between Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson, his head coach and play caller. So he has to be more consistent. We're going to get the most out of the Chicago Bears offense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hannah, Damian mentioned it. Caleb has to feel more comfortable in the pocket. And here's the problem, Damian. He got sacked last year 68 times.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, he's a guy that's a little bit leery of moving up in the pocket. But you saw it early in the game, he stayed in the pocket. And then all of a sudden, he went to this freelance, I'm going to make a play. He's got to trust the offense. Step up in the pocket, trust those guys in front of you. They resurrected this offensive line, but you can't play like this. This is Sandlot football, running around and just throwing it all over the place. Well, listen, just because he can doesn't mean that he should, right? Mm-hmm. We know that's his strength. Didn't play out of the pocket a lot in college. We knew this was going to be an issue with this offense, and he seemed to do really well with the scripted plays, right? But then off script, we saw what happened. Thanks, fellas. Yep. Okay. All right, Hannah, we turn our focus now to fantasy as Field Yates, host of Fantasy Football Now, joins us. That is a beautiful suit. That means a lot coming from you, Jay. I'm not going to lie. My confidence? I like that. Through the roof. I like that. All right. What are your top 3 fantasy storylines heading into today's games? Yeah, let's pick up what's happening. And Damian left off, because that Lions offense was one of the, at least we thought coming into this season, the fantasy friendliest in the entire NFL. That was not the case in week 1. Jahmyr Gibbs was the only player that kind of salvaged his day with 10 catches for 31 yards. They need to get back on track, Jay. We're talking about a team that in a good week, you can have 2 wide receivers starting, including Amon-Ra St. Brown, who had 36 receiving yards last week, 2 running back, a tight end, and occasionally quarterback Jared Goff as well. Gigantic opportunity for them to bounce back. I do expect to see a much more formidable offense at home today against the Bears. Perhaps no player disappointed as much as A.J. Brown in week 1 amongst the notable fantasy wide receiver superstars. He didn't see a target until under 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, Jay. Will he get back on track against a Chiefs team that the entire Eagles franchise is very familiar with? Will it surprise any of us if Nick Sirianni, the head coach of the Eagles, tries to get his star receiver involved early after a quiet week 1? It certainly wouldn't surprise me. One thing that did surprise me was how well Justin Fields spun the ball last week as a thrower. We know he's a great runner. He and Breece Hall have an opportunity to stay hot against the Buffalo Bills, who played the Baltimore Ravens last week. They had a lot of trouble with a running quarterback in Lamar Jackson and a terrific running back in Breece Hall. And Derrick Henry. Would it be a surprise? Not to me if those 2 guys stayed hot today. That Garrett Wilson connection with Justin Fields was very, very impressive. And I have a question. You, Jay, where'd you go to college? Old Dominion University. How did they do yesterday in football? I believe Old Dominion just spanked Virginia Tech. That's 297 passing yards from the quarterback. I was impressed. Big win. Mm-hmm. Big win. Winner. For the Pirates, right? That's funny. The Monarchs. Monarchs. Dang it. I was halfway there and giving you credit. The Pirates are across the water in Hampton. Oh. Where my daughter is where I send my money. Well, shout out to the Pirates then. Thank you so much. Field is on Fantasy Football Now, top of the hour, ESPN2. Anna? Jay was just begging for that, Field. Thank you so much. He's been begging us all morning to talk about ODU. But let's stay with the Bills and the Jets. Buffalo looking to build off the momentum of last week's 15-point comeback in the final 4 minutes of their win over Baltimore. And first on the field at